And just like that, we are live. Just waiting for some people to show up. What's up, DB? Make sure everything's good. Yep, everything's good. Doing fine, thank you for asking. I don't know, I just felt like making a little fun live stream. Haven't done one in months, so might as well. Plus, I have the free time on my hands anyway, so it's something for a midnight stream, I would say. The screen is kind of blurry, really. Damn it. Thought I had that fixed. Hold on. Output. Let's see if 4. See if 4 works. Marker equals Obi-Wan. What's up, Marker? Maybe. Is it still blurry on your screen or is it a bit better? Said my username wrong. Yeah, I tried. It's better. It's good, isn't it? Alright. I just wanted to make sure. Alright. Let's see, what thumbnails can we make? Let's see. I don't know. Here we go. Generations. I like these two could probably work. Fun fact, that was your 100th subscriber, I think. Well, either way, I'm glad you subscribed. It's always nice. It's always appreciated. Angry video game. Actually, I actually wasn't gonna It's the right one for it. Render. What thumbnail are you making? It's Ichikaki from Danganronpa versus the Angry Video Game Nerd. So, so have your guys been? I mean, how's your day been? I don't know why I said that. I don't know. So, how's your day been? It's been good. Waiting for it. I've been doing good. How about you? And what's your favorite death file this season? I'm pretty good. Just been playing Among Us in VR chat for like a whole day. Who was the suspect? Who was the killer? Who was the killer in that? Never trust the unexpected. Also, my day has been pretty good. And as for my favorite Death Battle episode for this season, let's see. What would be my favorite? Now that I think about it. Um, I think my favorite one would have to be Booster Gold versus Cable. That's the one I like the most. I don't know, it could change. Overall, this season has been decent for the most part, I would say. If you if was some anime furry who was the imposter in the game the most. What's up, Raptor? I'm doing good. Glad you can join in. Also, nice prediction video on Batgirl versus Gwen. I liked that. How do you prediction? Hey, do you use Adobe Premiere Pro to make your trailers? Yes, I do. I like to make thumbnails, but I don't have Photoshop. See, it's not capable with my computer. If I would suggest a free, um, if I would suggest a free, thing that's similar to Photoshop, try Paint.net. That's another thing I've used to make thumbnails on. It's completely free. It's not totally like 100% Photoshop, but it does its job pretty well. I would recommend looking up some plugins for that Paint.net, which is where you'll mostly get the more options to um, edit your thumbnails and all that. So I would recommend you do that. I feel like it should make them a bit more bigger. Process and time, I tell you. They're fun, but it takes a lot of trial and error to make them aligned properly. It's the pain that comes with making them. It could come out good as hell, but the time to make them is a lot. I'll give it a try. Hope it works. I also might try Google. I use Pixar to make onions, and it's on the. Just in the line is a lot different. You always have to make sure if everything is aligned properly. And for the background effects, I use Paint X. It was retro video game background. Retro video game background. Let's see. What could be the one that works the most? I think this one. Nope. Blurry. Oh, is that works? Let's test. See. Damn small. Hold on. There we go. And let's see if this thing is bigger. Yep, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I think hardly that one is good. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. I'll answer them, whichever questions you have, I'll answer. Doesn't really matter the subject. And I don't think I want to see that. What is the worst death battle in your opinion? Mine is probably Zuko versus Shoto. Zuko versus Shoto wasn't bad. It's just that it felt rushed. You know, the thing I hated the most about Zuko versus Shoto was the sprites. I hate how the sprites look. And I don't get why they went with the sprites. I don't get why they made custom sprites for Zuko and Shoto when there was already good sprites, like JUS sprites, of them already, so I don't know why they didn't just use that. At least Zuko versus Shoto finally happened. That's a battle I've been waiting for a long time. Jake and Danny had better opponents. Debatable. Like you could say, um, like you can say Jake or Danny had a lot more fairer opponents, but in terms of requested ones for both Danny and Jake, they have Danny versus Jake was the most requested match for years. Like for years, everybody has been requesting that fight, so it only made sense for it to be that. I don't like the current community death battle. Yugi versus Rudy. I don't know who Rudy is. We're gonna have to look that up after. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like this is a bit too blurry for. Nah, it could be fine. Really depends. Let's see. If this is too damn blurry, oh, it works just as fine. I think that worked. I think that works. Real quick, I want to see if this one also works for it. You always have to experiment on what can work and what does not work. That's what thumbnails are made for. They're made for experimentations. See what works, what does not work, what looks good, what does not look good, and vice versa. Which is something I wish the Death Bow team could do. Because, Jesus Christ, do they have a thumbnail problem where almost every thumbnail is not consistent. I can't be the only one who notices that every thumbnail that they make is not very eye catching. Feel like Shark's own character would end that feeling and hands. Nah, I don't think that works. It's either between this one or that one. I think this one could work better. Overlay. Not what I had in mind. Retro overlay. I think I'm getting something wrong there. I feel like the photos should hire better trailer makers, better DM. So yeah. What's the first death battle you reacted? I don't think I ever did. Feel like death battles should hire better trailer makers, better DM makers, but yeah. Fucking, they should hire me. They should hire me to do them. Should do the trailers and the thumbnails. Especially the trailers. I make really good ones. So I can make them, like, I can make them worth their while, you know? Can make that shit work. I have 3 years of experience doing it, so I know how trailers should be. What makes trailers good. Yugi's top 3 request opponents are Ash from Pokemon, Sakura from Card Catcher, and Shobo from Duel Monsters. Pokemon vs. Bakugan would be an interesting one to see. Well, there's one Pokemon versus Bakugan. I don't know why I said Bakugo. Bakugan match, and I think it's between two blonde-haired characters. One wears black and the other wears red. I forget their names. I can't remember for the life of me. They should hire Gramble too. He's good at making thumbnails and trailers. I mean, I guess, but I feel like I could work wonders if they to hired me to work make the thumbnails and trailers. I can do them very good. Cause sometimes their trailers are not as good. Like some of them are good. It's just that some of them don't get you hyped. Like for example, the Venom versus Corona one that didn't really have much to show. It was just Venom saying a line and then Corona saying a line, but it doesn't show anything else after that. It nothing that really gets you like, oh shit, I can't wait for this. Nah, it didn't do that. Trying to see if is there any more things I could do with it. Sound effects. Eh. Uh, do for the thumbnail. And else, retro something. Trying to think. Right? Shouldn't I try that already? Retro effects transparent. Let's try that. Damn it. Can barely see. Yeah, you see that shit. What? Yeah, that's the problem. I think Death Battle should come up with original ideas instead of Marvel versus DC. Yeah, that's the problem I have with Death Battle. Um, lately is that it's always Marvel and DC fights. I think like it's not so much it's that it's just Marvel and DC all the time. It's the fact that it ruins other matches for series that has never been in a death battle or has never been one in a while. Like for example, I think the best example as of a Marvel slash DC character stealing the spotlight of a match that had potential for something greater but didn't happen. I think the best example was Venom being Krona's opponent. Like, I remember people were upset when Venom was Krona's opponent because instead of doing something new, instead of doing any other idea for Krona, because there was countless of them, like Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland, Ken Kanake from Tokyo Ghoul, Chara from fucking Undertale, even Alphonse from Fate would have been a funny pick. Like, you get what I mean? There's so many other opponents for Krona that they could have went with, but they went with the one that's the most uninspired one, and that was Venom. So instead of doing something new, they just took a character that they've already used 3 years ago and then put him in a match where wasn't really needed and claimed it if it was new. And the other reason why people didn't liked it Venom versus Krona is because Venom was already in a death battle. He was already in his most requested match against Bane. One-sided as hell, yeah, but it was his most requested fight, so there was no point in bringing him back. Ben said Venom was the most requested, and it's so fucking confusing. I highly doubt it was. I mentioned this to another comment. I think in my Winter Soldier versus Red Hood aftermath, where someone said something similar to that, and I said that while yeah, it was a request, but it wasn't the biggest request for Krona, because again, Venom already, and even by that time, had his most requested opponent. Does it get annoying when they have battles that aren't really highly requested and don't have good connections? Hell yeah, it does. Can name countless upon countless of times where that's happened. Jesus, does it get annoying real fast. I don't think I can find any other effects for it. So I might as well start doing the best I can with this. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Aang versus Edward are prime examples of that. I think Deadpool should definitely not Deadpool. I think Death Battle should stop listening to requests and do their own ideas. What do you think it's gonna be the season finale for season 7? People are saying it's Galactus versus Unicron, but I don't believe it. I think it will be Kira versus Giorno. I personally believe it probably will be Galactus versus Unicron, cause they it see like they said Galactus versus Unicron was supposed to happen in season 3, and that didn't happen. And and then some people thought it was going to be for the 100th episode, or at least the season finale for season 5, and that didn't happen either. So I think I think it's about time they finally do it, because we've been waiting. Everybody has been waiting for Galactus versus Unicron since like what, season 1. Same with Thanos versus Darkseid, even though that one happened. But you get my point. Everyone's been waiting for that fight forever, and there's only so much they can do, like, to delay it. So since this is supposed to be a season finale, you gotta have your season finale have an impact. So what's more better for a season finale than Galactus versus Unicron? Makes the most sense. Plus, Galactus versus Unicron has always been a match that should be in a season finale, not a start or in the middle of a season. It should always be a season finale match. I wouldn't be surprised if they do Galactus versus Unicron. When they do choices of unexpected matches, heck, it's unexpected, but make it a good connection. Maybe for the 10th anniversary. Could also be for the 10th anniversary, but again, I think it will be Galactus versus Unicron. We've waited way too long. We've waited long enough for Thanos versus Darkseid, so let the big boys finally come to play. Let the fucking destroyers of the galaxies finally get their time to shine. And it better be in 3D. Shit, that would make fucking views up the wazoo. Cause that right there it just writes itself. It's two big guys who destroy galaxies and worlds. Like if it was nothing. Writes itself. And since it was from season 1, everybody's been waiting for that. Woo! Time to play the game, boy. I don't think that works. I don't think an glow would work for AVTN now that I think about it. Might as well just inner glow. Might as well just take that out. Wouldn't match well. Since Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity came out, do you think another Zelda character will possibly be in? It depends on which one. I haven't played Age of Calamity, so I can't really say who should be in it. I'm waiting for like the one like if we want to go by the what Legend of Zelda match they've been hinting for a while. It really is the Link versus Cloud rematch. They've been hinting for a rematch for a long ass time now. So makes sense to have Link versus Cloud for the rematch of all rematches because it kind of deserves an update, an updated visual animation of 3D, much more updated info since Final Fantasy Remake came out like a long time ago of this year and many other things like that. So it it's right there. Separate Elastic. A lot of the community death battles have been happening recently. Wonder if any of the latest popular community death battles could happen. Can't stay for long, but I just drop and say hi. Also, congrats on 1,000 subs. Thank you, Red Elastic. As for popular community death battles, again, it depends on what can work. You don't want a match that does not work, or else or a match that's not investing. Another thing that I was thinking this could work since right there. What else could I add for this? Let's try this. Should I go behind them or keep in front? Think That looks good. See if I can adjust the colors of it to match the retro. Some community death battles aren't that interesting. It feels like it shouldn't happen. Like their recent one, Yugi versus Rudu. I don't know. I don't watch the the podcasts. I don't know. I don't really watch them. The only times I've ever watched the podcasts of them is when they do the sneak peeks for the fights, and that's really it. I just skip to the sneak peek and then just leave. It's not like they're bad by anything, but it's just like they're not really known for doing the podcast things, especially when you consider other podcasters out there that is I don't want to say more enjoyable, but it's the best example I can give. Like Joe Rogan or some other people. To be honest, what franchise should return back in Death Battle? Mine is probably as there's so many characters. I mean, series that hasn't came back yet. I mean, I've been waiting for Darkstalkers to come back for a long time now. Nearly 10 years of nearly 10 years of waiting for Darkstalkers to come back, and now it finally happens. So, I think that's the one series the most that I can remember off the top of my head that I wanted the most. See if I can do something with the drop shadows. Yeah. Stick. Anything that looks good. Alright, I think we got our thumbnail. Yep, I think we got our thumbnail. I'll set it on, I want to change it. TK. AVGN. Then save PNG. Yeah, there we go. Got our thumbnail. I think it looks good. Sup, CJ? Pyro versus Pyro. Alright. Now, now let's see what else is. Let's see in terms of. I think I got time to do a trailer. Oh, wait, some interesting shit on the wiki. What's your most wanted death battle? Ooh, I have plenty, 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 plenty. So many that's changed throughout the years. It's hard to really just pick which one. What do you all say? Think we should work on a trailer? Would you be down for that? Waiting for waiting for the responses. Yes, we got one yes. Let's see. I want to be that person makes trailers and makes animation about it. We got one yes. Let's see if we can find more yeses. Cause I want your feedback on it. I want what's your thoughts on want your feedback on and it's alright. Got two yeses. If we can get two more, then I'll do it. If not, then probably still would. What's your thoughts on the Mandalorian versus Goblin Slayer? Personally, I'm not a big fan of that match. There's a lot of matches that some matches I don't really like, and that one's just so happens to be. Don't you just hate it when people outside with a motorcycle starts roughing the fucking engine because they think it makes them look cool? God, they're fucking annoying. Alright. If the general audience says yes, then let's make a trailer. Alright. Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron. Let's work on the one that I said I was. Right. If any other questions, feel free to ask. You a Supernatural fan? I used to watch that show actually. I haven't kept up with the series, but I remember watching it years ago. Um, when it came when it was on I forget what network it was in, but I remember watching it years ago and I loved it. Still do. Just haven't watched it in years. Not sure. What are your thoughts on Timmy, Cosmo, Wanda versus Billy, Mandy, and Grimm? Fairly Odd Parents versus Grimm Ventures. Eh. I mean, it could work, but I'd rather see a one on one. Well, not really one on one, but I'd rather see just Turner versus somebody else that isn't in a team versus team fight. Not sure why this is requested. Rosalina versus Palatina, or that if DBX or 1 Minute Melee or Mini Rumble. I can get why people like request that idea for Rosalina versus Palatina. I mean, anything with Palatina in it is good in my books. Anything with Palatina in it is a plus in my books. Alright. this is loading. I want Dr. Zomboss versus Dr. Cortex. I mean, it could happen. Unless they somehow pull a 180. Unless they somehow pull a 180 and somehow Cortex fights somebody else. Mute that way he doesn't. That way I don't get slandered. What is one death battle that you used to be salt? What is one death battle that you used to be salted about? How do you think the next? Let's see. First, what is one death battle that you used to be salty about? One death battle that I used to be salty about. Um, damn it. Actually, I don't remember. I remember being mad about some episodes, but I can't remember which one the most that I've used to be. How do you think the next death battle is gonna be? It's gonna go. I think Gwen is gonna win. Gwen is most likely going to win. Like, I don't see how Batgirl has the equipment to fully take down Gwen. I honestly don't. I don't see it. Maybe there's something she does that she has that could, but it's really just a repeat of. It's really just a repeat of Batman versus Spider-Man again. That's really all it is. Just females. Was it Goku versus Superman? No, not really. The first match I agreed with Superman being Goku. The second round I was iffy about it cuz what I didn't like about the second match between Goku versus Superman is that I feel like they did that fight too early. Because instead of waiting for Dragon Ball Super to finish, or at least get to a stage where they could do that fight again, they jumped the gun and just did it. Because it was by that time when Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F was still in Japanese theaters. It wasn't in localization theaters at that time. And so they gave Goku Super Saiyan Blue when we barely know anything about Super Saiyan Blue at that time. That's what I didn't like the most about that fight, is that they gave him Super Saiyan Blue without knowing anything about Super Saiyan Blue. We didn't know if Super Saiyan Blue was relatively more faster or at least on par or anything like that with the Super Saiyan God. But they just jumped the gun and just gave him Super Saiyan Blue and acting like, there you go. What should Ken Kanake fight? Shinichi Izumi from Parasite. My Hero Academia has been used twice now. We need Little Witch Academia next. Akko is gonna be the first one, right? Obviously, Akko's the main character. You can't have anybody else. Plus, Akko has shown her full potential, so they could put Akko in a fight. What a what joke matchup would you like to see besides Neko Arc versus Koryo? There's many joke fights that I like and would want to see. Um, let's see what's the one joke fight I want to see the most, which is also played for Serious Matter, is Papyrus versus Giovanni. From Geo. Actually, forgot. Let me look it up. I Papyrus versus Giovanni. Yeah, this shit. This shit is gold. Fucking this match is the one joke fight that I want to see a lot. Cause that shit's Chad, that's the real shit. That's the that's what probably my most wanted joke fight. Cause of how funny and of how so much potential it has, man, that shit would work like a motherfucker. Haven't watched, never seen Ultra Guy. I mean Ultraman. I don't know why I said guy. I haven't seen Ultraman. Only because I can't find it on TV or a physical copy of it or anything like that. Can't find it. I prefer Papyrus versus Ravi Rotten. That's fine, but Giovanni is Papyrus versus Giovanni has the most unique potential. And an Elfin's rep in DB would be cool. Hell yeah, it would. Plus, you can't top my boy Giovanni. He Giovanni, man. There ain't nobody like Giovanni. Alright, did I download this? Yeah, I did. Sorry, my bad. I've been fucking sidetracked. My mistake. Opening. If Akko fought a Harry Potter, would she fight Harry versus Aaron? I don't know. Keon versus Puts and Boots, Lion Guard versus DreamWorks. Please, never heard of Lion Guard. Do you think Steve should be in Death Battle? And if yes, who wins, Steve or Tyron? Uh, I mean, I guess Steve could be in Death Battle. I mean, he was in fucking Smash. So, I guess I personally don't want to see him in it, but I can get the appeal of him being in it. Again, if he could be in fucking Smash Bros, then he could be fucking in anything. A dead fucking meme could be in a death battle. Can be arrived and then come into anything. Mostly likely Harry, but if Akko appears, she should fight Luz. I'm glad that Akko versus Luz is getting a lot popular. I'm glad that fight's getting a lot popular. Who you think wins, Tricky, Finn or Steven? That part I'm stumped because I have not seen much of Adventure Time. So I don't know what not Steve, Finn has now. I don't know what he gets later on. So that part I'm not so sure on. You know, unless Finn gets something that I don't know about, then perhaps. But again, I don't know. Dexter. Right, wrong Dexter. Dexter's. Let me get this fucking these tabs out of here. Let me get them out. Dexter's. Yeah, trying to find good clips of Dexter's difficult, especially when I haven't seen it much of it. Does Min Min have any other requested opponents besides Chung Li? Not that I know of. Chung Li is the one I've seen the most, and honestly like the most. The Hey Shooter versus Red, don't know him. Not that I know of. Try badass moments. Let's try that. So let me see. Dexter versus fucking give me somebody. Dexter's fucking. It's a lot difficult to find clips of Dexter. I don't know why. Giant fucking robot. Let's see. Dexter versus Zim. Dexter. I I'm not. I don't remember much of Invader Zim. I don't remember much of what Zim does in that show. At least stuff that could worthy him a win in a fight. I don't remember. This shit sucks. Yeah, Man, finding clips of this motherfucker is hard. Furries versus Gotch. Two cringiest fan bases that make me drink bleach. Oh, so true. Fucking, I don't know how Gotcha is fucking popular. I don't get how that fucking app is somehow popular. Never understand for the life of me how that shit's popular. Will never understand it. Especially with the shit that I see in Gotcha. Jesus fucking Christ, is that awful? Not only is it awful, it's also fucking just kids. That's why kids with fucked up imaginations. I'm pretty sure they don't even know what the fuck they making. Come on, load, you bastard. Where are their parents? Yep. One time this gotcha kid in this Among game, and and she said gotcha 2020. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, damn it. I'm going to use clip clip. Please tell me this one would work if I pasted this shit on. Cringe. I have a possible good idea. Someone kill me. Paper Mario versus Henry Stickmin. So, I still didn't. Every time when I see fucking gotcha, I just want to bang my head against the wall. Like, it's that type of shit that. It's the type of shit that makes me wonder why. why. Why is content so bad these days? And I thought content's subjective. I get that. But there's some people that I see the content they make and I wonder how the fuck does this shit get popular and how the fuck do these people have a fan base? Like is the standards of 2020 so damn low? Like is it that why? Like to give it to give an examples of content that I don't get how people fucking watch. I don't get how people fucking watch people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Rice Gum, fucking James Charles, or any of those motherfuckers. I don't get how people watch them. Cause what do they fucking have that's considered talent? I don't see it. I don't fucking see it. Especially when you compare them to people, other YouTubers like, especially when you compare it to other content creators like Some Ordinary Gamers or Optimus or Angry Video Game Nerd or who else? Or or even your favorite content creators that have talent. You know, it's the shit that I can't stand is that instead of people who have talent, instead of people who puts the dedication to every video they make, it's somehow them who are not getting anywhere. But yes, the people like J Station, fucking Logan Paul, and so many of those are the people who gets pushed to the fucking algorithm and shit. That's what I don't get. Blame YouTube being lazy shits. Hell yeah, blame them. If there was two YouTube channels, a gotcha one that posts every day and one that's just a black screen and posts every month, I would watch the black screen. Fucking I would too. Fucking if it was just that, then fuck it. At least I'm not seeing the shit. I'm unfortunately have to hear it, but I'm thankful that I can't fucking see it. Scientific instrumental music. I'd rather watch paint dry, right? Fucking, and it's like, and I hate that it's gotten worse throughout the time, especially now. Fucking, like I'm a dude who always positive for for actual good content on YouTube. I'm a guy who supports it and stands by it. But yeah, when it's people who try to tell me otherwise, that stuff like 3 a.m. channels or those fucking mukbang channels or anything else like that is somehow more talent, more effort into it than channels and content like people who know what the fuck they doing. It's those types of people that tell me it's otherwise, and I look and I think to myself, what the hell is going on in your head to make you think that? You know, it's that type of shit that makes me wonder what standards does this fucking like how low is people's standards these days, you know? It's that type of shit that bothers me up to the core. Gotcha, and I hate Fortnite too, but not old Fortnite, which will we miss? Fortnite, sadly, it's I don't know. I've never cared for Fortnite, to be honest. Best thing I can find. Anyways, What in the hell you mean, you fucking nut? God damn it. Like, I guess using gacha is another way to make makes fan service. It I what like I wouldn't mind it gacha if it was if it was innocent shit, you know? But the kind of shit that I see on that fucking app, the the horrific images, the horrific fucking stories they tell, and all that sort of shit, it just boggles my fucking mind of how people enjoy this, because the amount of views I see on these gotcha videos fucking astonishes me of how this gets 700,000 views, millions, and all that, when it could be so horrific, and yet somehow, bam, reaches a million. What? And it follows the same pattern with 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 any other videos, like 3 a.m. shit. Like, you could find the most cringiest upon cringiest amount of shit you would find on Gotcha, and somehow that shit gets popular. Like, somehow that shit gets millions of views. And I'm thinking here sitting thinking to myself, what the hell? Like, the amount of the amount of like, Jesus. And it's like, what in the hell? I tell you, it's that type of shit that makes me give up on YouTube a lot. It's seriously that type of shit that makes me give up on YouTube. And your stream's lagging. Damn it. How's my stream lagging? I have to put down the video output just a little. I apologize if the stream's lagging. It always happens. I try to fix it, but sometimes it just doesn't always work. Give it a few, let's see if it works or not. Is it still lagging, or is it still? You're good now. Okay. But right, it's the type of it's things that makes me wonder. Like not everything on Gacha is bad. Like I've seen some pretty innocent stuff. It's just the majority of it is just taken up by really just awful shit. For current views, what? Just me, I try to get better with the live streams, you know. I try to get the better reception out of it, but there's not much I can fully do about it. Because I live in a place where it's not bad, but it's not with the best reception. I do plan on moving out someday once when all of this shit's over. That way I can move to a place that has a better reception. That way shit like this won't happen. Again, my apologies for it, but and I don't like it either, but it's just something I have to hold on until the time being, you know? I want TF2 to come back in Death Battle. I want to see TF2 to come back as well. Think they'll most likely do either Spy or Heavy. I think either of those two will be next. So while I'm doing this shit, my while I'm doing this, you guys have any other questions? Wait, did I put it there? Could have sworn I did. Yep, it's spelled it wrong. Like I'm the only person talking, yeah. I don't know why. That happens sometimes. I don't get why not many not many people specifically talk. Don't get me wrong. I like you guys. I just think one of the problems is that I don't really have a full on dedicated fan base. The extremely toxic gotcha kids like to make fun of people's deaths too, and they are like 12 plus years old. Yeah, also see that a lot with gotcha. They always like to make fun of the deaths of the people, and I wouldn't, and it's like why? Especially when it's kids who are doing this, you know? Fucking kids doing this whole like mocking the deaf sort of thing. It's like what the fuck is wrong with you people? I feel bad for you. Yeah, thank you. Again, I love my fans, you know. I'm grateful for the support and all. I just wish I had more of a dedicated fan base, you know? Like and it's like they don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. That's the thing. I always ask people to give me their honest feedback on things, whether or not it's if it's something I'm doing wrong or it's something that I could work on better. I ask that all the time and yet I don't get it. You know? No, I do have a fan base. It's just not a very dedicated fan base, which is one of the problems I have that I ask for people's feedback on things and yet I never get it. I remember I did a video a long time ago, back in 2018, I believe, um, where I did a video called "Send Me Your Feedback," and and most of it, while it was genu- genuinely feedback, it was mostly just people saying, "Oh no, you're doing fine," and yada yada yada. And it's like I'm grateful for that. I'm glad people think I'm doing all right, but it's just like when I ask people for criticism of things that I should do better on or things I should improve on, they don't give it to me. And and I've been working on a script for it. I've been working on a script for that. It's a much more, I guess, improved version of the send me your feedback video. but much more detail of it. No, I'm not really digging the song now that I think about it. Let's see. Sign. Should have done this instead. Rock. Instrumental rock music. God damn it. I don't want long, hour long ones. I want short ones. God damn it. Don't you just hate it when you search up a song and then they give you like these hour long ones, like fucking this 2 hours and shit. It's like that's not what I asked. Imposter versus the Thing. Never saw the Thing. Scientifical rock music. Ooh, that's not what I'm asking. Yeah, gotta work. What you got? I got claims. Claims. Rock music is kind of weird these days, not gonna lie. Eh, somewhat. It's more of a hit or miss sort of thing, you know? I feel at least it's like a hit and miss sort of thing. Like there's some rock music I find that are good, and then some are just iffy. It really depends on the personal preference of one person, I believe. I think I could do something. 7 does. I'm gonna go and have to do shit because tomorrow I'm gonna have to be really busy and I'm serious and I'm gonna need some extra sleep. But anyways, bye. Good luck on the trailer. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.